Hey my peeps, this is Coach Tanisha Marie. I'm glad you came to my channel. And if you're new here, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell for upcoming videos. And if you are a current subscriber, make sure you share with all of your peeps.
Called Winning Wednesdays. I go on between maybe 10 and 11, depending on what time I get out, of work, or I can leave because, I do taxes. It's tax season. And then I do a 10-minute live and I talk about money, finance, self-love, just some motivation for you to get thinking, every single week so that you can be better, right? We can't, be great by ourselves. We gotta be great with other people. So that's just my way of, helping you guys to think, long term, for yourself about money. So this is financial tip number 8. Financial tip number 8. So if you guys been following my tips, I've been talking about leadership. I've been talking about money, ways to make money, how to position, yourself, to also, get money. So number 8 is taxes, right? We're in tax season and taxes is a thing, right? Growing up, no one told us how to pay taxes, what taxes is, what tax bracket not to be in, how to, pay taxes, how to literally, legally avoid paying, high taxes. So we didn't learn this, right? We didn't learn this stuff. So as we grow up as adults, we now, after we get a job, after we get kids, after we get married, all this stuff, now we see in our paycheck that our net is different from our gross, right? And, some people may wonder, like, my net and my gross is two totally different numbers. Like, how does this work? And some people only learn how it works after the tax is taken out, right? So with taxes, guys, taxes is supposed to pay for everything. It's supposed to pay for the essential workers, it's supposed to pay their salary, it's supposed to pay, for them to keep the city, the state or whatever, it's for them to keep it going, right? To keep it moving, to keep it grooving, right? So I'm gonna have blonde on, from now on. So this is my new wig. So this is my new blonde. So let me know if you guys like my new blonde. So taxes keep everything going, right? And I got my assets over liabilities shirt on. So taxes go towards everything. Supposed to keep it going, right? But what happened with taxes is that the government done ran amok on all of us, right? So even though, yes, we're supposed to pay taxes, but what the government does is keep raising taxes year after year, year after year, year after year, year after year, right? So yes, inflation happens. Yes, things happen. Yes, people's salary, should go up. But the people that suffer the most from these tax hikes is the middle class and poor people. Because most poor people, and poor in America is considered, literally poor is anything under $50,000. So if you're making less than $50,000 in America, you're considered to be poor, and you're considered to be in that tax bracket, of being poor, right? And then of course, middle class is anything, over like $120,000, $150,000, a year. And then the 1% is of course over 7 figures, right? So the people that are poor and middle class literally find themselves paying more in taxes than anything, right? I did my financial education event and I asked, what was your biggest expense? People were saying a mortgage. People were saying a housing. People were saying insurance. People were saying school. all this stuff, but nobody said taxes. Taxes is our biggest expense, right? Especially if you have a job. You're paying anywhere from 36 to 40% in tax. So if you make 50,000, that's why I said poor is 50,000 or less, because if you make $50,000 on your job, guess what? You only really bringing home about $30,000 to $35,000. And that's less than like $2,000, $3,000 a month. That's no money to live in America. $3,000 a month? No, that's not. It's not. Any money, right? So we have to understand that, friends. So how do you lower your taxable income, right? You need a business, right? Now, you don't have to start an LLC. You don't have to start an S Corp. You don't have to have a C Corp. You can literally be your own sole proprietor, right? And start your business, whether you're doing hair, whether you're doing nails, whether you're selling cakes, whether you're selling clothes, whether you're providing a service, you're doing taxes on the side, you're doing insurance, on the side. Like, you need business cards for that. You need gas money to go travel, to go see people. You got to invest in trainings. You got to invest in courses. You got to go to workshops. You got to invest money into all of this stuff, all your expenses. So let's just say you are making $50,000 and you start a tax business, right? Now you got to be driving to different places. You got to get business cards. You got to get folders. You got to get, chalkboards. You got to get this. You got to get that. And let's just say that adds up to like 10,000. Now that 10,000 that you had in expenses, right, can now offset, which lowers your taxable income. Because now you would have something called a Schedule C, right? And then now you can put your expenses on there, which can now bump up your refund, okay? So when I say lower your taxable income, now put you in a different tax bracket and get you a bigger refund, right? So we have to understand this, friends, and I have a friend right now who, she makes money. And, I told her to start a business. She's like, oh, I don't really want to start a business. But you paying 40% in taxes. So if you're making 75 grand, you're making 100 grand, the government is literally stealing your wealth. They're taking $40,000, $35,000. First of all, you don't even like the government that much for you to be even giving them that much of your money. Do you give your mother that much money every year? Do you give yourself that much money every year? Do you give your spouse that much money every year? I don't think so. But you're giving the government, Uncle Sam, who you don't like, who rob people, who steal from people, who extort families, who extort kids. You're literally giving them your money willingly, right? So we can't build wealth if we got the government stealing our money and taking our money before we even get it, right? See, I'm glad I learned this, right? Because now I can help some other people wake up too. So this is financial tip number 8, right? Lower your taxable income. How to lower your taxable income, friends? It doesn't make sense to keep paying taxes. It doesn't make sense to keep paying, all these, every time they raise taxes, now you're getting taxed more. When you can lower your taxable income by having a business, right? See, in the, I want to say 1920s, right? In the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, Black people created businesses, right? Or services that could have served their communities, right? So they created businesses that served their community, right? Who's their community? Black folks, because no one wanted to hire them, right? They didn't want to pay them what they thought they needed, right? So they had to create their own businesses. They had to create their own way to make money. And the reality is, friends, we're getting back to that. But now we have so many Black people that's focused on the wrong thing. Right? They're focused on the white man, right? They're focused on, catering, to their job. People are scared to leave their job. But meanwhile, your job will get rid of you in an instant, right? So we learned that from COVID. So you don't even have to start, friends, a drop shipping business if you don't want to. You don't have to start, an Amazon business or eBay business. No, you can literally start being a life coach to young women in your area, young men in your area. There's not enough men programs for young boys and men to tap into. You literally can start you a 508 C1A nonprofit, which is the rich man's nonprofit. You can literally start that, right? And then start collecting donations so that you literally can now start serving your people. That's what a business is all about, right? Having a service and servicing or having a product that can help your people. So start thinking of some things. Start thinking, guys, of some things that you can start that can lower your taxable income where you now will have expenses. So what you need to focus on, guys, is building wealth, building a legacy. Your children deserve it. Getting life insurance, investing in stocks, investing in crypto, having passive income, being able to travel at least 4 or 5 times out the country a year, right? Being able to have sleep money, being able to have a team, being able to hire people to do the things that you don't want to do, hire people to do your laundry, hire people to clean your house, right? Hire people to clean your car, right? Hire people to take your kids to school, whatever it is that you want to do. But we're in 2023, friends, right? We're in 2023. Okay, we're in 2023. Okay, 2023. Okay, so that means this is the year of execution. From 2020 to 2022, we literally had hell. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, right? Yes, some people came up, in the pandemic, but a lot of people is going down now after, post-COVID, right? So it's not get up one time or have success one time. It's having success over and over and over, year after year after year. Right? And keeping money, right? Like my guy said from Earn Your Leisure, he says, not how much money you get, it's how much money you keep and invest and grow, right? So in order for you to start building wealth, guys, you gotta lower your taxable income. And if you don't lower your taxable income, guys, you are literally working just to pay Uncle Sam so they can continue getting rich on you. Right? I'm happy I got a business, right? If I made $200,000 last year, right? Say I made $200,000 last year, right? I could tell the government I spent $300,000 in expenses. I spent $200,000 in expenses. I spent $210,000 in expenses. So that means I took a $10,000 loss and I don't have to pay no taxes on it. Right? That's what people do. Walmart took a loss. Amazon took a loss. eBay took a loss. Everybody's taking losses. Right? So now the business owners are not paying taxes. So the government, right? They can't get what they can't get out of the business owner. So guess what? They're going to go to the employees and keep raising taxes on y'all because they can. Because they can't do it to us because we literally are telling them this is how much we made, this is how much we spent. And we can prove it. I'm telling you guys. Once I learned that, I said, man, listen. You ain't got to worry about me getting no job no more. Or if I do get a job, right, I will make sure I continue having businesses that's working for me, that I got to buy expenses or I got to buy things and have expenses for the business so I can lower my taxable income. And it's really that simple, friends, right? But we got to get into it, right? So make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, make a comment, share this with at least 10 of your friends. 10 of your friends, sign up for I'm doing boot camps. I'm going to be doing some challenges, some money challenges, this year, probably every month, every other month, I'm going to be doing these challenges. And also too, sign up for boot camp. I'm going to be doing boot camp to help you stay on track with your money, get your credit right, how to leverage your credit, how to make money, with your credit, how to tap into business funding, grants, all kind of resources, friends, that we have literally at our fingertips. But you need accountability, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need somebody that's at a different level than you that can show you how to get to a different level, guys. So this is your girl, Coach Tanisha Marie. Make sure you follow me on all platforms, guys, and I'll see you on financial tip number 9.